everyone, Miss Amy here. Welcome to Flower Science. We are going to take some flowers and we are going to add color to them. And we're also going to take some things that you can find in your kitchen, in your refrigerator, and we are going to see what we can do with them too. See if we can add some color to them. So here are the things that you need. Some white flowers. So I have a carnation here, and I also have a daisy. And so if you have any other white flowers, a rose, or any other white flower you may have in your yard, that's great. I have here a piece of celery, and you see how I have these leaves at the top? That would be really helpful, but any piece of celery you can try. Let's see, so I have 2 pieces of celery, and here I have a piece of romaine. And it would be really good if you had this big piece of white right here, the romaine heart, okay? That would help, because for all plants, when they are growing, they absorb water in the ground through their roots in the ground. And then they suck up the water and it goes up through the roots, and then it goes up through these capillaries. And you can kind of see it in the romaine heart. It looks like lines, okay? And so that's what's gonna draw up our color and hopefully change color. Well, you'll definitely see it in our flowers, and we'll see what happens with our vegetables. So the other things you're gonna need are food coloring. I have 4 different colors here. I have green, blue, yellow, and red, but you can use whatever color of food coloring you have at home. You are gonna need something sharp to cut with. I have a pair of scissors here, or you can use a knife. So this is where you're definitely gonna need a grown-up to help you, because you are going to have to cut your flower stem, cut your vegetables, and then you're gonna need some cups. I have some clear plastic cups here, or you can use any cups that you have. It's good to have some cups that you can see through so you can see your colors. And the last thing you're gonna need is some water. I have some water in here. And it's good if the water is room temperature. It'll help the process of the color going up through the flower go faster. All right, so go ahead and collect your things that you need for the experiment, and let's get started. Okay, I'm ready to add some lukewarm water to my cups and add my food coloring to the water. I'm going to add about 40 drops to each cup. And I also didn't mention that I did use some plastic spoons to stir up the coloring to make it even. Stir that up, and there you can see I have all my cups. Now here is my flower. This is a daisy. I'm going to cut the end. I'm going to cut it at an angle to help the color absorb. And here is my carnation. I'm going to cut that at a 45-degree angle. You remember to get a grown-up to help you with any of your cutting. And I decided to cut the end so I could split the stem in 2, so I could put half of it in one color and half of it in the other to get a really cool different colored effect. So I did that, but it was kind of falling, so I got a paper clip, and so that was helping it stay. And I decided I'm going to put some other flowers in there since I have all that nice colored water to see what will happen. And this is my piece of romaine. I'm going to cut it at an angle and place it in there. Okay. So here we go. It's set out. Now, these are going to have to sit in the liquid for quite a while and have time to absorb. So this is at the beginning of the experiment, what they look like. So this is day 1. And now you can see this is after 36 hours. You can see how they have changed color. They have absorbed the color. You can really tell with the carnation. It looks really neat. It has absorbed that color into its petals. There you can see with the daisy in front of the camera. Now the romaine definitely looks different with the red. It doesn't look very pretty, I don't think, but it definitely looks that it changed colors for sure. And you can see how it kind of sucked up into those capillaries. And look at how green that daisy got, sucking up those colors in the water. But that took about a day and a half of sitting in those cups. So you have to be very patient. And then there's the other daisy. And it changed colors. And it looks really neat. And let's see, here's the celery. And it was in the blue. And it's hard to tell. It definitely looks a little bit different, but it's already very green. So it's probably hard to tell with the blue food coloring that much has changed. But you can see how, hopefully you can see on the camera how it's going up through the capillaries in the celery. All right, and I saved this flower for last because it looks the best. And I thought it came out very pretty. Here is my bouquet with my colorful flowers. I added some white flowers too. I think they came out pretty good. Now, I think you learned that this is an experiment that requires quite a bit of patience, but it's fun to try new things and see what happens. And if you want to be a scientist, you have to learn to experiment and see how things work. And it's really neat how the color will suck up through the flowers or other things like lettuce and celery and change colors. Almost like magic, but it's not magic, it's science. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.